am doing awesome. I am spending some time outside with my son and enjoying the weather. We are up planting some plants today, and I'm going to take you with me and show you the ins and outs of upsizing your plants. While my son he has the job of poking holes in the solo cups. I use the solo cups because they are really inexpensive, and last year I did it and they worked out just fine. I write on the solo cups what's in them, the name that's on them, and they do fantastic. What I did for a few of my tomato plants, I think I had 10 seeds. Yeah.
I turn around like that.
I planted 10 in this, what do you want to say, like maybe a 3x3. I planted 10 tomatoes in this. And then in the 6th cell, I did 2 tomatoes in each one of them. And then in some of these, obviously this is the last thing that I did, but it's just a partial. But I've got some indeterminate tomatoes in here, and I'm going to pot those as well. So before we get started, I wanted to talk to you about the soil. When you start your plants from seeds, you always you want to use a seed starting mix. Doesn't really have any fertilizer or anything in it because they really don't need any of that until they get their first true leaf. Some of mine actually have several leaves since then, and they're definitely ready. I probably could have done this a little bit earlier, but they're going to be just fine. They'd probably be a little bit bigger as well, because when they're in these little tiny cells with 2 or 3 seeds, then they tend to their roots tend to fight in the cell. So if you see, a few of these are a little bit smaller than the ones that are in here because they're in a bigger cell. So that's the reason why you want to get them up planted. The soil that I have for when I up plant these into my cups is just a Miracle-Gro potting mix, and it does have some food in it. But then once I get them into here, I'm also feeding them once a week with some fertilizer. So you'll want to make sure that you do that as well. So the Floridad tomatoes that I have in here, like I said, I think there is like 7 of them in here. These should be really easy to pull apart and get them planted up. We're just going to fill the little styrofoam cups with the individual ones, and it's going to give them more room. So here's my little styrofoam cup, and then we're going to just fill it up about half full, because when you plant tomatoes, or when you plant them into the ground, all these little fuzzies that are on the stems are roots, and the deeper that you plant your tomato roots or the stems, all of those will become roots. And with that said, with only filling it half full with the soil, as it starts to grow bigger, you can add more soil, and then the longer roots system that you are creating, and then once you plant it, when you're ready, it will have a very strong root system to it. So. Come over this way, honey.
This way.
Yep, come here. Yay, sweet boy.
Yeah. There you go. There you go, Mommy.
Thanks.
Okay. Oh, okay. No more cups.
So I've got my 8 cups ready, and I have got my 8 little tomato seedlings, and then I am just going to make some room with my finger and probably go to my second knuckle, because like I said, we want them to go in there. We want them to go in there fairly deep, and then as they grow up, we'll add more soil. There's some roots that went all the way down.
All the way down. Huh? I need to.
This little guy here, he hasn't even got his leaves turned up all the way yet. Okay, so now I am going to take the soil and take it all the way up to the green leaves, so that way it can start developing a nice strong root system. I used to be so afraid of tomato plants, like they were so fragile and I was going to kill them or break them. It's kind of like, handling a baby. Yes, they are fragile, but not as fragile as you think they are. So, there you have it. I have got them all. I've got the 8 Floridad that I wanted to get planted. These are the ones that I got from my gardener, and I'm so excited because this is a new one, and it was something that I did not even pick out because it was a free gift. So I am super excited. I read it does sound, I don't know about the taste, but it does sound like it's a little bit like a Rio or a Roma tomato. It's got some meat to it and it's red. Once these tomato plants start to grow up, like I said, we're going to add some more dirt to them. And they should actually be just fine in these cups. I won't have to upplant them again. I've got about 1 month before I need to get these, before they will go into the ground. So I think I'm going to give them a good water, and just don't forget to feed them weekly and keep them watered, and they should be good to go in about a month. Guys, thanks for hanging out today. I hope that you learned something from today, and until next time, please like and subscribe. Happy gardening, guys. Bye-bye.